Good morning. Look at these faces. They're pretty excited. Today we're heading out with a group of riders to do the notorious Vancouver Island loop, which will take us from, we're going to do the clockwise version, which will take us from, well, we're meeting for breakfast in Langford at Buc-ee's. About a half dozen riders, I think, today with us. Chase car. We're going to have a support vehicle, bring along some water and some refreshments and all that kind of stuff. Do a little camera support, maybe get the drone out today. But we'll head out to Jordan River, make a stop there. Probably Port Renfrew, maybe for some lunch or something like that. And then we start hitting the interior logging roads. And look at this guy. He's ready to go. So am I. It's Thumper's day out. It's Buc-ee's Tap House. So we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got at least 8 bikes, plus the Thumper. It's gonna be a great day.
Oh yeah, Mr. GoPro.
Say hello, folks.
Hello, say hello, folks.
It's Thumper's day out. We found ourselves in Souk here, but we're a little discombobulated. Our group got broken up into 2 here. Some miscommunication on which gas station to stop at. So we're heading up to the Chevron to meet the other half of the crew here that we lost. A little noisy with the visor open. Here we are in town. We got our chase vehicle behind us. Danny's got the lead. Tyke, Darcy, Mike, Mr. Road King, and Johnny back there. Hey! Tyke! His blinkers work. There's something wacky with the gain on this microphone and it records a little hot. Once we get up to speed here, there's some crackles and not very pleasant sound. We're going to see if we can make that one better. And it's looking like we're going to push through till Jordan River because we ain't seen our pals. There's a whole bunch of new pea gravel on the road. They've been doing a crack filling out here. So every block mark right now is filled with gravel, tar, and oil. Woo! I can feel those ocean breezes now. At this point in editing the video, I got incredibly frustrated with the quality of the audio coming from my helmet mic and decided to add this voiceover. I'll use the audio from that microphone very sparingly throughout the video. I ended up replacing that microphone once this video was done, so the audio quality in future videos is much better. Unfortunately, the GoPro adapter that went along with it met its end later in this video, and that got replaced as well. Beautiful. Start to bounce and off a little bit coming into Jordan River. Give me a couple more ounces of bounces. Jordan River. Cold Shoulder Cafe. It's time for a drink. Well, looks like drones aren't very popular with this crew, so I ended up heading out on my own to do a little exploring. I gotta say, the sun was really bright that day, and I could barely see the display on my mobile device. In front of me, I could barely make out what looked like, and another salute from the gang. Leaving Jordan River, our group had now swelled to 12 riders. It was time for us to hit those twisty roads and make our way to Port Renfrew. Our arrival in Port Renfrew would give us one last chance to fuel the bikes before we headed inland on the long trip across the island. But not before we all stopped to enjoy lunch at the Port Renfrew Marina. Highly recommended. After a great lunch together, we took one last look at the ocean and started on what would be the longest leg of our trip, taking us through the hot and dry Cowichan Valley to our next destination, Lake Cowichan. However, our departure from Port Renfrew would get a little eventful, as we discovered a few moments later. As we crossed the Deering Road Bridge, a few of us would discover one of Port Renfrew's best-kept secrets, a prized pothole. The camera car seemed to fare well and swerved just in time to avoid the biggest part of the bump. Thumper, on the other hand, he took it a little hard. And it seemed I wasn't the only one who had shaken a few things loose.
I lost my keys. I lost my keys.
How did that happen?
It bounced out of here. Fuck's sakes.
Well, our little misfortune turned out to be a blessing, as we no longer have to listen to that dreaded helmet microphone. And yes, Mike did find his keys. We managed to turn our frowns upside down and make some memories together and share a few laughs with the stop at the big tree.
Would the driver of the Mustang please get to his vehicle?
Stop yakking and lollygagging.
Will the lady with the Mustang please get
After checking to make sure the other GoPro was secure, we saddled up and prepared for our long ride. Seeing as I'm not much of a voiceover guy, let's say we just set this one to music. now found ourselves back in civilization once again, entering the small town of Lake Cowichan. It was time to let our steeds get a cool drink from the co-op petrol fountains. Now that our bikes were fueled and refreshed, we decided to take advantage of a little Lake Cowichan hospitality offered by our fellow rider, Colleen, who lived close by and had some cool drinks and a little shade. As the sun sank lower and the shadows grew longer, the bikes finally got a well-deserved rest. We all found our place in the shade and enjoyed a drink and a laugh about our day behind us. Looks like it had ended as great as it began. This is a group of people who have just done the loop. My beer's a little worse for wear, but it tastes just as good. I'll catch you in a minute. It's Miller time. Budweiser time.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks for the ride, John. Cheers, brother. Rich, that was fun. Cheers, man. Good to see you. Likewise. Yeah. Well, you ain't seen the footage yet, so. Thanks for the call, brother. It was a good ride. Thanks, Jason. After saying our goodbyes, Thumper and I gave a wave and followed Mike, Tyke, and Danny on the long trip down Island and eventually back to Victoria. Another amazing day on Thumper's day out. Thanks for watching. Shiny side up, friends.